So let's rewind. Just a few weeks ago, Shedeur Sanders was Cleveland's QB4. That's right. Fourth on the depth chart, buried behind two veterans and a higher draft of a rookie written off before he even unpacked his suitcase. But now, he's not just climbing, he's erupting. And if you're a defensive coordinator watching this, yeah, you should be sweating. This isn't a fairy tale. This is a mutiny. Let's break it all down. The Browns' quarterback room is a powder keg if you're into the real story and all the messy twists they don't show on highlight reels. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you're sticking around to see how this Browns QB chaos plays out, you should definitely be subscribed. The Browns' QB depth chart has never been a beacon of stability, but this is chaos. On paper, you got Joe Flacco, the Super Bowl winning vet clinging to relevancy. Ken Pickett, Pittsburgh's former promise, is now searching for identity. Dillon Gabriel, a third-round pick with theoretic upside, but no control. And then Shedeur, a fifth-round project with a media spotlight hotter than the August sun. It was always a mess, but now the mess is combusting. Shedeur posted a jaw-dropping 77% completion rate through camp. He's threading needles, processing defenses like a veteran vet, and winning over the locker room faster than you can say depth chart politics. Meanwhile, Gabriel is underwhelming, inconsistent, spiraling, and Stefanski. He's walking a tightrope. Try and keep the veterans calm. The rookie engages, and ownership is satisfied. Spoiler alert. It's not working. A hidden star with a laser brain. You want to talk about why Shedeur is terrifying NFL defenses already? Let's start with this. His processing speed. That's the buzzword floating around the facility. Processing read, react, fire. No waste of motion. No hesitation. Kevin Stefanski's West Coast system is built on precision and quick reads. It's surgical. And Shedeur, he's not just comfortable, he's thriving. Analysts expected rawness. They got sharpness. They expected slow growth. They got fireworks. Even the veterans have taken notice. Myles Garrett was reportedly giddy watching Sanders call protections like a seasoned field general. David Njoku. Rumor is he's already calling Shedeur the realest QB we've had in years. This isn't about flashy highlights. It's about command. But not everyone's on board. Yet, here's where it gets political. Despite Shedeur performance, Stefanski has limited first-team reps. Every drill, every scrimmage, measured, controlled, like they're afraid the hype will outpace the plan. Some insiders say it's a smart move to slow play the rookie and protect him from the media firestorm. Others think it's plain sabotage. Stefanski is still stinging from the Doria Thompson-Robinson experiment and is playing scared that he's betting on Gabriel because he picked him earlier. That he's treating Shedeur like a PR stunt rather than a quarterback, and that Cleveland is not going over well. The Browns' history is a curse and warning. Let's not sugarcoat it. The Cleveland Browns have burned through more quarterbacks than most franchises draft in a decade. The jersey list is longer than a Kavricypt PT, and that is history. It's hanging over this decision like a storm cloud. Cleveland is desperate for a savior. The fan base is hungry. The front office knows it. Ownership knows it. And guess what? Shedeur feels it. They've seen this team fumble elite talent before. They don't want to see it happen again. And if Sanders is the guy, if they bench him in favor of mediocrity, that's not just poor coaching. It's malpractice, off-field controversy, or just a distraction. Look, nobody's pretending Shedeur's record is spotless. The speeding ticket, the court appearance, and the tabloids at a field day. But here's what matters. He owned it, showed up, took the heat, and moved on. Compare that to the chaos surrounding some of Cleveland's past QBs. This is barely a blip. The Browns don't need Saint. They need a field general. And what Sanders has proven on the field and in the locker room under pressure is that he's built for this. And frankly, The fans don't care about parking tickets if he's throwing touchdowns. The locker room has spoken. If you're not in the building, you might miss it. But the tone has changed. At first, veterans were skeptical, but now they're believers. Shedeur isn't just making throws. He's making connections with teammates, trainers, and even with Flacco, who reportedly told staff that Sanders has the best touch I've seen from a young guy since Lamar. It's more than arm talent, it's presence. That intangible quality, the one scouts can't quantify and analytics can't chart, is oozing out of this kid. He walks like a starter. He talks like a starter. He leads like a starter. The team knows, the fans know, and deep down Stefanski probably knows too. The clock is ticking. Here's the real twist. The Browns can't wait. Their early schedule is a buzzsaw. For the first 6 games are against top 10 defenses. If you start slow, you're buried by Halloween. And with 2 first-round picks looming. In 2026, this season matters. The entire front office could be reset if they get this wrong. You can't afford developmental reps. You need a guy who can deliver now. And every single metric says that guy is Sanders. Week 8 or bust. The insiders are already whispering it. Week 8. That's the line in the sand. If Gabriel struggles, if Flacco falters, if the Browns fall to 3-4 or worse, expect the torch to be passed. And if Sanders steps in, then he's not giving it back. But why wait? That's what the fan base wants to know. Why hold back the future for fear of upsetting the status quo? Why delay the inevitable? Why not unleash the weapon you already have? This isn't a Cinderella story. It's a statement. Shedeur Sanders isn't some fluke. He isn't a feel-good story. He's not here to be your backup. He's here to rewrite Cleveland's history, one throw at a time. The doubters, they had their fun. They mocked his draft slide. They called him arrogant. They picked apart every clip and misstep. But here we are. Week 1 is looming. The Browns are staring at another fork in the road. And Shedeur, he's ready to take the wheel. This is no longer a debate. It's a warning. The rookie is here. The future is now. And the NFL's biggest nightmare is wearing number 2 in orange and brown. Game day at First Energy Stadium. An electric mix of anticipation and adrenaline. The Browns faithful are on their feet, hanging on to every moment. The moment kicks off when Shedeur steps onto the field. No Nick Chubb, no Baker Mayfield nostalgia. Just him, the rookie under center in his first ever NFL start. The crowd roars. First play, shotgun, play action fake. Sanders steps and delivers a crisp sideline throw. 25 hits, first down. The stadium goes wild. Analysts at home whisper, did that just happen? Drive after drive, play after play, he's calm under duress. He stays collected. He reads zone blitz like grad school material. Hits tight windows between linebackers. Now, this isn't a flawless debut. He throws an overthrow third-quarter double. Coverage nearly picked, but he bounces right back, calling out the missed protection line and running the next play out better. Then you could draw it up. At halftime, sportsbooks tweet, "Rookie QB watch." Around the city, fans unload raw emotion. That kid's college tape wasn't academic class. Now he's writing textbook NFL chapters. Second half comes. The Bengals is tighten. The screws bringing corner blitzes that use rookie recs. But Sanders, he counters with quick rhythm passes, lemonade routes, and a fearless fake to neutralize pressure. On a late third down, Hess scrambles from a collapsing pocket. Gains 12. It's and picks up first down. His first NFL scramble under duress. Sideline throws toast as if he's been in the trenches a decade. They losey a nail-biter by 3, but nobody cares. It's a loss that feels like revenge because Shatterstar discovered the rookie first drive into NFL Crimson shows he's not just keeping pace, he's dictating tempo. The Gamines, and even Thepressers from Bengals coaches feature half-hearted praise. K played head of pass reads well. He's not scared. Meanwhile in Cleveland, the energy's changed. The locker room is alive. Begrudging respect from the old guard. The Browns haven't won yet, but they've seen. From week 2 onward, it's pitch shifted. Sanders isn't surprised anymore. He's expected to win. Week 2 versus Steelers. He lights them up for touchdowns. MVP whisper start. His stat line looks like veteran territory. 260 yards, 0 turnovers, height of postseason leadership. The kind of game where ratings jump. The kind of game where analysts ask, is he our sleeper MVP? Locker room reaction. He's a hero now, not rookie royalty. Stefon Diggs says publicly, he's the real deal. Myles Garrett, arms folded in the corner, then nods. He listens. He commands a room. Flacco backs him without reservation. Evan Pickett's shoulders rise. They respect the kid now. Week 3, the Reinhushed. The Cleveland crowd faces a division test. The field glistens like a stage. He plays through a light grip stutter. First quarter pocket escape reminiscent of Mahomes. He hits a deep sideline fade for 34 ids. He scrambles for 15 ids on 3rd down. He orchestrates an RPO that breaks the defense. Post-game headline, Rookie Wave. Sanders surfing the AFC North. Week 4 versus NFC Threat Stadium blackout. Floodlights is only. Air cracks with rain. He plays through gusts under 20 miles per hour wind. The kind of game that kills veterans. But Sanders threads a 3rd quarter catch and release screen. Njoku for TD. Later hits a comeback sideline rocket with 105 left. The Browns win in clinching 0-5-0 by 4 weeks. Unheard of in November. Sports pages echo with words. Browns taste hope. This run brings stress not on Lido Shatter, but all Sutton coaches. Stefanski now has to build game. Plans around the rookie strengths. The offensive line gets urgency. Scheming shifts. Coordinators around the league readjust playbooks to stop the kid from running draws. Midweek interviews flood social. He credits teammates, past adversity, and Cleveland's energy. He stays low. Hero complex nowhere. He's joining media shows to talk mindset. Not overhype, just confidence and humility. By week 5, it's not a surprise. It's dominance. Steelers game seals. The Texans game eyes confirmed. Week 6, division rival Ravens. Aries now a jungle. He walks into Baltimore's defense. They bring everything. The Steelers' wrap blitz howitzers, but he calmly counters. He executes corners razor close. Gets 2 deep field touchdowns off RPO fake. Still no interceptions. His int-TD ratio starts trending differently than Doc or Wilson early. His passer rating sits in low 90s. His 4th quarter pass rating whack over 100. The sleeper. MVP odds shift by 5x. The media frenzy changes tone from rookie hopes to he's rewriting Cleveland's season. By week 7, even Joe Flacco has accepted. The foy. Flacco tells Frankie Louvu, I'm just here to help. He's earned it. Sports conferences read. Shatters ascension signals a new Browns dynasty. Week 8 is a test. A must-win over an AFC contender. A late game drive with 150 left. Pressure at every drop back. Focus shifts to him and 60,000 fans. He leads with ice veins. They kick the field goal. He's cool. The city senses it's not a fluke. It's a transformation. Post-game reporters stand quietly as he quietly says, I promised we'd fight. We did. The quiet energy says more than hype ever could. That's the moment Cleveland allows itself to hope again. And NFL powers pay attention. No. The season's not over. He still needs to deliver playoff snaps, MVP-level stats, and big divisional games. But Cleveland NFL scouts and analytics nerds alike now have proof of concept. Fifth-round QB starter has earned the job. QB efficiency alloweth Brownses to compete. Early, leadership makes this a team, not just performance. Other teams proceed with caution. Fans preach caution, but the momentum is real. Feeding off the rookie rise, Cleveland plans line upgrades and draft picks for WR support. Cap space for defense. The front office feels rejuvenated. Ownership feels vindicated. Shedeur, he knows how to carry the locker room. But this phase, it's as a crucible. By week 9, the Browns' offense had evolved. This isn't just adjustments. It's an identity shift. Offensive coordinator Kevin Stefanski ripped the tape, saw Shedeur's gifts, then leaned in. Gone are vanilla quick rhythms and safety-first plays. Instead, we see RPOs to tight ends, crafted play-action shots off his legs and flash mob screens exploiting linebacker overplays. Leonard Johnson, the film analyst, hands a clip to the receivers' group. Watch how fast his reads are. Receivers nod. He's their quarterback now. They route differently. Practice nuances. With sin-cleft right timing like dancers in team walkthroughs. Assistant coaches call him capable of running any college or pro offense. He paces a work cues audibles cows protections. As this rookie is directing the top 10 workload, D and the team plays accordingly. The O-line is stumbling less and pressing more. The run game is rebounding, and the receivers are fighting for his passes. The Browns' defense even plays with more confidence, knowing their QB won't melt during a comeback. That opposition shift sells the Browns' narrative. They're a team built around him now. Weeks 9 to 12 form the streak. 4 straight wins, their longest winning stretch since the Miles era. Each game brings a moment where Shedeur flips the switch. Week 9 versus Eagles. Underdog narratives flash a competitive passion. He drops a 300-yard game under playoff-like lights. He throws an end-zone fade with 0:3 remaining to win it. He kneels mid-post game. Serene Week 10 at Ravens. Austere 14-win chill. He drops a 45 YD dime across field stripes. That's his second career. R300Y. Commentary buzzes. He's not just a kid, he's an elite caliber right now. Week 11 Monday night versus Chiefs. Pressure game. He fakes a jet. Sweep, rolls out, and hits a deep throw on M&F. Everyone falls silent before the stadium roars. Post-game confetti lands in his feet. MVP chatter clears his face. Week 12 versus Cowboys. Division showdown. He scrambles a throw on the sideline across the hash for a first down. Youth defense trips over themselves, adjusting to his mid-read. The Browns wet outright. He steps into the interview room, calm and poised. We're building momentum. We control our own identity. Obstacles emerge. Injuries and questionable penalties, but he battles through. Wins come through his throws. Wins come through his will. The streak is proof of sustained excellence. Not hype. By mid-December, Shedeur is in rare air. National media spotlights him. Debate panels pivot from interesting rookie to dark horse, MVP pick. Math heads scream about him rookie efficiency rating of an alarming 112.5. Stat trackers know his passer rating jumps in the fourth quarter. Even skeptic voices pivot. Skip Baylor's comments. I thought he'd fizzle. Instead, he's trending as the most reliable first-year QB in years. Pat McAfee shouts, "This kid brings a cool. He's unshakable." Fan movement is a Tess full speed. Shedeur suburbs pop up in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Phoenix store displays. Fantasy impact skyrockets. RBS and Ursundaram sell out ownership and office pivot too. They accelerate cap discussions. They talk about contract structure based on his trajectory. They schedule legacy edition jersey releases. They plan for playoff marketing built around Sanders. Week 14 lands them in wildcard contention. It's Oakland away, the Coliseum's chaos. The Raiders' blitz look was painted on film before the game. They bring pressure from every angle. Sanders faces it all. He survives a tip ball early that leads to an interception. The crowd recognizes the rookie moment. He realizes it, and no one notices except him in the film room. He picks up the next drive. 2 first downs. Then a passing TD on 3rd and 10. Then a post-play pocket stare into film booth. That's ice and blood. Coach's note. He recovered faster than any rookie I've seen. By the end, he's thrown for 250 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 INT. But most importantly, he's unfazed. That result propels Winto into playoff contention. The analysts compare him to Josh Allen's 2018 campaign. First sign of long-term dominance. The team line shifted from rumors about trading veteran QBs to shatter formal starter page on the team website. Their motto is change quarterback unlocked. They rebuild their schemes. More shotgun, more scramble drill. They schedule GPS tracking for QB movements after he leaves a film room. They adjust injury insurance spending. He's quarterback central off the field. Community posts. He's at a toy drive. He's meeting students in Cleveland. He's hosting leadership camps. Local headlines. QB Shepherd. Media hype hasn't cooled. It's heating again. Playoff expectations. Analysts talk seeding. Stat charts crown him near the top 5 QBs in regular season passing yards. Top 10 in TDs. Las Vegas odds reset. Browns become plus 180 next to Chiefs as wildcard favorites. Casinos capture Cleveland's gamble. We believe Shedeurs rise. Drafted 5th QB for preseason, now expected to be playoff starter. It's a narrative no one scripted. It symbolizes something bigger in the NFL. Talent leaps over pedigree. It highlights preparation, mental processing, and maturity, not just arm strength. It proves coaching can adapt, not just elect. It tells front offices, trust growth for Cleveland. This may just rewire franchise identity from quarterback purgatory to development dynasty. They drafted Spike Stevens' O-line people next and spent 2026 picks protecting their signal caller. It's not a single season miracle, it's an era in formation. If you followed this ride, from media cuts to call-in cadences, from fan hype to MVP momentum, you're watching more than a football story. You're watching a franchise survive and thrive on faith, execution, and leadership. So here's the question you need to answer. Do you want to be on the sidelines watching the legend unfold, or do you want to be a part of it? Drop your favorite Shedeur moment in the comments. Hit like if you believe in this kid. Subscribe, not for stats, but for history in the making. Because when Cleveland writes their next chapter, you'll want to say, I was here. I watched when they finally got it.